Teaching is difficult. All the lesson planning, parent phone calls, admin meetings, professional developments, due dates. It's an awful lot to keep up with. And none of that's even to mention the teacher's greatest responsibility, teaching. Where the act of teaching is simple and straightforward as just standing in front of a classroom and delivering a lesson to a bunch of students, it wouldn't be so bad. And at the end of the day, that's all teaching really is, right? Wrong. A teacher isn't just a teacher. In order to make sure that students are actually understanding and learning what they're being taught in the classroom, a teacher is responsible for managing the classroom in every sense of the word. Routines, structure, behavior issues, attitudes, it's all interconnected parts of what a teacher is responsible for every single day. So as we get into this video, there's going to be 10 specific classroom management strategies for you to try. You don't have to use all 10 strategies, but it is my hope that at least one or two jump out at you, and that you try to use them in your classroom. And, you may not see a difference overnight, but with consistency and a diligent practice, you might just start to see some changes happen. You might start to see a difference. We're going to jump right into our list with this first strategy. Give the impression of being in control. The way you move and hold yourself in the classroom gives a clear message as to how confident you are feeling, according to Plevin 2018. Children have an incredible talent for reading your body language and knowing whether or not you are truly in control. By being intentional about carrying yourself with confidence and avoiding nervous or angry body language, students will quickly realize that you are in charge around here. Essentially, if you act the part, your students just might pick up on it, helping you to establish control of the room. Our second strategy is get off to a good start. In the book, Teaching Strategies, A Guide to Effective Instruction, Orlick et al. Writes about the importance of beginning the school year well. It is much easier to be firm and precise in the beginning and then relax as you observe that students have adopted your rules. First impressions are a big deal, and it's ultimately up to you to set the tone for the school year. It's a lot of pressure, but it can yield big results. Next, establish routines. Any kid you ask would never admit it, but kids thrive on structure. Establishing routines and carrying them out reliably and consistently is a surefire way to reduce unexpected behavior issues, interruptions, and all-around craziness. When students know what to expect, they will adapt to that. If day-to-day life in the classroom is chaotic, then only chaos can be expected. Consistency is key in effective classroom management. Next, give clear instructions. Being sure to provide clear, concise instructions is going to save both you and your students a headache. Some teachers will repeat their directions or give many steps at once. Don't confuse your students. Repeating directions more than just a time or two, as well as giving too many directions at once, is going to make classroom management difficult. Keep things clear and keep things simple. Next is to anticipate interruptions. Being prepared for interruptions and knowing when they might occur helps you better respond when they do happen. If you know a certain class period or particular student is likely to have a behavior issue, you can not only look at what the underlying causes of that issue may be and how to solve them, but you can also better prepare your instruction and create plans for responding to disruptive behavior. It is always a good idea to be aware of patterns of behavior in your classroom. The sixth strategy is to involve parents. Finding activities and being intentional about involving parents in children's education is an excellent way of reinforcing the value of their education. Likewise, having parents on board can also assist when there are behavior issues that crop up in the classroom. Maintaining healthy, open, and honest communication with students' parents is an excellent way of ensuring that they behave in the classroom and stay on top of their work. Our seventh strategy is to build relationships and be positive. This one is huge. Spending time in a school building, you might hear many teachers say that we do not need to be students' friends. That is true, and it's important to maintain professional boundaries. However, it's also true that students thrive when they have a positive, trusting relationship with the adults in their life. Classroom management involves various complex, interrelated skills, including but not limited to building positive relationships with students. Students cannot learn when they feel stressed or unsafe. Perhaps if students knew that their teacher genuinely cares about them and shows them respect, then they could let their guard down to learn safely. Many behavior issues are simply a result of fear taking over. Building relationships and being positive will cut right through that fear and enhance learning exponentially. Strategy number 8. Keep calm. This one's pretty straightforward. Students feed off their teacher's words, actions, and attitude. It's important to engage in frequent reflective practice and to have an awareness of your own behavior and body language. Be assertive in the sense that students need to know you're the leader of the classroom, but don't let yourself lose your cool at anything. If you can remain calm, professional, and respectful, students will have much more respect and confidence in you, thus reducing desire and opportunity to act out. Perhaps the most challenging and controversial strategy on this list is number 9, remove punishment. Orlick et al. Share ideas adapted from William Glasser, who, quote, believes that punishment hinders the personal involvement that is essential between the teacher and the student. Of course, there should be consequences for serious actions, but providing punishment for every infraction of your rules does not make students more compliant. It makes them take you less seriously and more keen towards bending the rules. In the book, Preventing Challenging Behavior in Your Classroom, Tinkani uses the example of detention to show how punishment can actually cause students to take advantage of you, using it as a loophole. Sending a student to detention may actually reinforce inappropriate comments by allowing the student to escape from math class. And finally, have massive expectations. Students want to be taken seriously. Treating them as responsible learners by having massive expectations for them is an excellent way to hold them to a clear standard. This, in turn, makes the student feel responsible for their learning and step up to take some ownership of their behavior and their classwork. So, that is our list of 10 strategies for effective classroom management. Again, I hope you were able to find one or two of these that you would be willing to incorporate into your classroom. And I thank you for your time.